Fall is definitely in the air here in North Country. Not completely, but the changing of the guard or the changing of the leaf colors is starting to pop now, starting to take place. So there may be at least one, possibly two, maybe three more adventures left in us. So we were pondering exactly where to go. We thought about going east. We thought about going north. We thought about going south. And one place that we haven't gone yet was west. So we started to think about some places that we might be able to travel to out west. That's, like within a day, maybe two trip. And we came up with a place that Candy has a lot of, let's just say, history with, because her family is from there. And it used to be known as the village, which is undoubtedly a city now, of Alexandria, Minnesota, which was founded way back in February 20th, 1877. And the charter was adopted in 1908 and was incorporated, yes, as a city in 1909. Not that anybody really cares about all that information. It sounds so superfluous, but it was on Wikipedia, so I thought I'd say it. But anyway, I do have a history in Alexandria, Minnesota, and that's what occurred to me the minute I thought about going west, was Alexandria. Probably about a 2+ hour drive from where we live here. But that was my introduction to Minnesota. For many years ago, Candy's family had a family reunion there in Alexandria, Minnesota, and I didn't want no part of going. In fact, I told her I wasn't going, flat out, and she said she was going anyway, so I ended up going. And I can't tell you how much fun I had. The absolute breathtaking, gorgeous, picturesque views of that area in Alexandria at that time, and we're talking 20+ years ago, was just breathtaking. And that was my basic introduction to fishing and the great outdoors. And we had been going back to Alexandria, Minnesota every year for many years thereafter. In fact, we went every year thereafter until we eventually retired to where we live now. Now, that's not in Alexandria, Minnesota, but it's close enough. And I jumped at the chance to get back there and reminisce about some old times with the Adventure Mobile. Time to break out the jackets, and then in a little bit we'll break out the coats. But we're going to have at least what we think might be our last hurrah. And we are going towards Alexandria, Minnesota. That's west, a couple hours west. That's where somebody went to school many years ago. How you like her new haircut? Say hi.
Hi. Camping haircut.
So that's the beauty about having our setup the way we have it, is we have no idea where we're going, but we're going. We have no more farm animals, no more responsibilities like with dogs and cats and chickens and goats and that kind of thing. So the gardens are pretty much harvested, and what isn't harvested can wait till we get back, whenever that is. So we're just gonna get in and go, just for the heck of it. Head west, old man.
Knowledge across the CSRA that will go that extra mile. Give me Amy Shear with Blanchard and Calvin a call at 706-39.
Less of a responsibility than what we have. You know, after the persecution, death at sea, the surviving pilgrims.
First stop, Casey's. It's a truck stop in Pillager, Minnesota. Coffee time. outside of Alexandria, Minnesota, on the back roads. Back roads the whole way, nothing but farm country from Brainerd Baxter area, all the way to, what is this, Parker Prairie? Parker Prairie, Minnesota, which is coming up in about 10 miles or so. And this time we're real camping. Parker Prairie, second gas stop, $40 this time. No pork rinds. There she is. Say hi.
Hi.
Trump flags everywhere. Trump country, no doubt. Wrong the whole time. That's what it is. Make do with what we did.
Yeah. Mud flaps always drag. I say it is, it is.
We were going into Alexandria, Minnesota, and we saw our turnoff to Lake Carlos State Park. So I figured, well, as long as we're going right by there, we might as well stop and get a sight and then head into Alec and then double back to here. So we don't have to spend the night at the Walmart, maybe. Not that that's a bad thing.
I think we keep going straight. Is that it there?
Yes, here.
Yeah, okay.
Left here.
We can always do it on the phone. Because it said on the website too. You need
Oh, so it's let's see. We're great adventurers. You can tell by our stickers. Onward to Alexandria, Minnesota. How much was it?
$35.
$35 for just electrical hookups?
Yeah, there was no registration fee. Normally they give you a registration fee. And their sticker was $2.50.
Okay, there you go. So we're spending $40, and so far it's a $100 trip with gas. And we are downtown Alexandria, looking for Oly.
Oh yeah, I see you now. I see the... It's not far off, do you?
Yeah, we can walk down there. We're parked okay, aren't we? I think so. No parking from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. That keeps the riffraff out. So well, let's go this way then. Yeah, we found a cozier place to park here. So we're more out of the way, right next to this lake here. And the Chamber of Commerce. There used to be a center island in here last time we were here. Let her lock the door. And there it is. They moved it basically from the center of the road to here, right?
Yeah.
They call them Oly. Oly. There's the adventure mobile, and there's Candy.
Reading the placard.
Big Oly. Oly.
Oly. He was created to accompany the Kensington Runestone at the New York World's Fair in 1965. He weighs 4 tons, is 28 feet tall. And you can make donations to keep him in good repair.
Okay, now we're going to go into the Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center and Runestone Museum. And we were here once before when we first got married, like 20 years ago. Something like that?
About 27 years ago.
Whenever it was. It was a while. Museum is open. This is it, right?
Yeah.
About the Runestone. Okay. In this building, we have an inner circle and an outer circle of exhibits. I do have maps up in most galleries. Okay. So they're posted as you go. Okay. I'd like to go on as you walk through to get outside to follow the footprints out.
This is a video about the Runestone?
I believe it's about the Runestone.
What's it called? The
Rune?
Runestone.
R-U-N-E.
R-U-N-E stone. I guess Alexandria's kind of famous for that.
Norseman, hearty adventure answer to these questions. Olaf Ullman and his sons found the Kensington Runestone in 1898 as they were clearing land. Ullman, a Swedish immigrant, was the first to settle this particular piece of land in Douglas County. The markings on the stone created quite a stir, and the controversy surrounding
Yep, that's where we are, and that's the Runestone.
Two Norsemen on discovery journey from Vinland of the West. We had camp by two skerries, 1 day's journey north from this stone. We were out and fished one day. After, we came home, found 10.
1362, found in 1898. There it is. Proof that they were here. That is why you're here.
That's right.
These obviously aren't Vikings. The natives that were here. A teepee with a hawk. Canoe. And a squaw. Wolves, whitetail, and bears. Bobcats, otters, ducks, and that thingy.
Porcupine?
Porcupine, is that what that is?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Wasp nest.
Hornet's nest, yeah.
Vegetable chopper?
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I found there certainly was trouble, and she was very uneasy. One great cause of my uneasiness was that my husband had not come as I expected him to. And of course I imagined everything terrible to keep him from us at such a time. But the next morning he made us
They really stuffed a dog? Yeah, it looks like they really did.
Looks like it.
Spotty.
I think you're supposed to go to your QR code to see.
Spotty the fox terrier.
Let's test it out.
While at first the preservation of a pet fox terrier might seem a little gruesome, pet taxidermy is not all that unusual. Pets were preserved with Egyptian mummies who wanted their pets to come with them to the afterlife. But pet taxidermy did not become publicly popular in the United States until the 1800s. Victorian era, circa 1800 to 1900, people were very interested in...
It is a real pet taxidermy. Kind of wish they dressed this way to this day. Oh, look, an old phonograph.
She had so much she wanted to take, enough to fill 2 wagons or more. Mr. Kincaid told her he could not possibly take but a few things. The men were hurrying to get us off, as it was getting late, and we had 7 miles of woods to get through. At last, Mrs. Shotwell came out with a bag of catnip, which she said must go, as someone might be taken sick on the road. So we bundled her and the bag of catnip, and we started.
Every town has their own history, and many of them, the museums, to show off their history. And you wonder how long they're going to allow this to go on, considering the climate of today. Says something about a woman's skeletal remains, but they're not there, so I don't know. Operating table.
for only a short time, and my husband died very suddenly. There I was.
I guess they got a little thing outside too, some old cabins and barns. Ooh, cabins and stuff. Dedicated, this museum, June 20th, 1976. Where was I in 1976? Okinawa. There's the Adventure Mobile in Ollie. Within these walls stands Fort Alexandria. Okay, here's the general store. There she is. Yay. This is the general store. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That is nice. I still see people selling these in like yard sales and stuff.
Yep.
I don't know if they're legal to actually burn wood in anymore though. This is pretty cool. Look at this fireplace. Looks like it works too. You get your silver teapot set. Control the body, control the mind. Old books. Candy's probably got a few of those.
Yeah, I just got one the other day for $3 at the thrift store. I looked it up, it's worth $51.
Ooh. Small bottles here.
Used to be the post office too. Get your mail.
Yep, this would have been pretty off-grid.
This is real off-grid.
Yeah. 1867.
Old log cabin. Guess you can't go in this one, huh?
Yeah, I got this one roped off. See these fireplaces like they got like that is it's probably where they cook. Yeah, they got cook pots by it. Because I can't imagine that would really keep you that warm unless you had like a wood stove like we got.
I don't know, back in the day that's what they used.
Yeah.
They didn't have, you know.
But this would house, you know, a family of 6 or something probably, this little place.
At least.
1867 still. There's the smokehouse. And all these communities had churches, much like they do today back in the day. Country church. Dr. Martin Luther. You know I gotta sit in the pews, right in the front row. There's a cell phone tour there with your iPhone. You could spend a whole day in here just listening to your iPhone talk about this stuff, which I guess is a good idea. You know, it's like I said before, when I was a kid or even not that long ago, I could have cared less about any of this stuff, but you get older, you care somehow. Wow, somebody's grave.
Baby.
Yeah. And they still do this to this day. It's got some sausages hanging up in there. Little smoker. Built by a Polish immigrant, Karl Klaus. Utility shed and smokehouse. Thought you might like to see that. We have one of these that's being repaired right now, just like that. Moe Township, 1885. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's an old classroom. Hey, they're still wearing those to this day. That's a hairnet, not a oh, that's a face mask.
I know, it's weird. That's not authentic.
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe during a Dust Bowl era.
There's an old potbelly stove.
Yeah, library.
Yeah. People in Progress, Lives of Presidents, Hurricane Treasure. They just scattered a bunch of old books around these old desks. Here's what the teacher looks like. Here's an old wood burning stove. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's huge.
Yeah, but that keep you warm. Maybe too warm. President Lincoln in Washington. Abacus. More old books, old encyclopedias. These are probably authentically old pictures here. They look like it.
Yeah.
They look ghostly. Look at that.
Starting to fade. There's the.
Let's get the names of the people even. Seated. Wow. Back in the day. Look at that. Wow. Heck, you still see some of this stuff restored and in use today. Patton, July 17th, 1923. And this is, ooh, last but not least, this is the Viking ship, huh, hon? Wow. Look at that. Wow. What is it? Is this an old tractor? An old steam something? Steam engine? Has to be. Yep. It's got a little. It's an old steam engine.
It's Nicholas and somebody, Shepherd Company. It was made in Michigan. Battle Creek, Michigan. Model 4200. Holy wheels.
I know.
Taller than me.
I know.
Insane.
Here's an old John Deere. Look at that. That's what you see Mr. Douglas driving. Lady of the Lakes. This thing was in the water 2010. Still in pristine condition. Oh, here's another old tractor here. Look at that Viking ship. (1914) Fordson tractor. Gasoline is for starting only. Boy, there's a ton of history just in this building here alone. So much to see, not enough time to see it. But we are great adventurers. And we got one building left to go here on this great adventure. Actually two, there's a blacksmith shop there. And this is the
Miltona stage stop.
Miltona stage stop. This is where the stage stopped.
Yeah.
The stagecoach. And there's a moose in here. And there's a wood stove. That's a big moose.
That's a big moose.
That might be Bullwinkle.
No.
And this ladder's from our times. So is the straw.
Well, the ropes are. Blacksmith shop.
They gonna let us in?
It looks good. It's got a lock.
Yeah, it's locked. And the adventure continues. That was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
I enjoyed it. Memories.
Memories.